Welcome back to WFAA's live coverage of the 2023 Texas Rangers World Series Victory Parade, which I believe, as we can see on our screen, is officially underway, at least for the marching bands. We've seen one make their way past us. There's another one, and by my count, we have 6 Arlington High School bands set to perform for us today. Already we are seeing them celebrate. We just heard Deep in the Heart of Texas, complete with fans clapping. We're off to the races.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is always my favorite part of any parade, Mark. It is the marching bands, and what a treat today. The Texas Rangers asked Arlington ISD to bring out all band members from all 6 high schools to celebrate this very special moment. At last, a victory parade for the Texas Rangers, our World Series champions. Speaking from experience, Mark, being a former band member, a former drum major, this moment here is something these band members will never forget for the rest of their lives.
Well, and I think it's a smart move by the Rangers to include so
Yes.
many members of the community who have been here supporting this team since they moved from Washington as the Senators all those years ago, because these fans have been showing up year in and year out, and there were some lean years in the mix, but we talked about this before. The Rangers have been part of the fabric of North Texas for such a long time that even for those folks who didn't catch a game at the stadium this year, or maybe just tuned in for the postseason, there's a loved one in their family that was a big Rangers fan. There's a game they listened to as a kid. There's a moment that stands out in their youth that ties them to this team. It really is part of the fabric of this area. So to include the high school marching bands, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of other local folks here as well, celebrating and walking the route, a pretty special way for the Rangers to honor those folks who have been here for so many years.
And for those of you just joining us for At Last, the Rangers World Series Victory Parade, thank you for joining us. You are looking at live pictures from Arlington ISD band members, of all of the drill team members out here with them up front, and the excited fans here today. We spoke with Nancy Gutierrez from Oak Cliff. She says she and her husband waited 40 years for this moment. Her husband, Chano, died last year, but she said she knows that he is jumping up and down in heaven and that he's probably having a beer as well.
Well, I imagine he is enjoying himself, as are the hundreds of thousands of fans. And I don't have an official count. It's just going to be estimates. But we have seen so many people show up overnight. So many people showed up earlier this morning. And I thought that we had reached kind of capacity.
No,
people continue to make their way to the parade route because they want to celebrate this experience they have waited so many years for.
Yeah, that parade underway. And following the parade, the Rangers will have a public ceremony in the North Plaza outside Globe Life Field, right next to Texas Live, where we will hear from the heroes of this World Series win, from so many people, including the man, the myth, the legend, Bruce Bochy.
That's right. And he'll be accompanied by all those Rangers players who made the season happen. I want to kind of give you a heads up of where we're located. So right now we are in the northwest corner, parking lot 5 outside AT&T Stadium, if you know where that is.
Oh, wow.
It is in the northwest corner of the intersection of AT&T Way and Cowboys Way. This parade route basically starts in the south end of Globe Life Field, makes its way along Cowboys Way, then up AT&T Way. It'll hit west of Globe Life Field. It'll hit Nolan Ryan Expressway, the road to Six Flags. Then it'll come down on the other side of the stadium and wrap up kind of on the backside of Globe Life Field, right where it started, as we get ready to listen to this marching band as well. There's a lot of folks out here enjoying every minute.
And the brass section is passing by right now. I got to give a shout out to all trombone players. My son, my 6th grader, plays trombone, and so of course I'm having a mom moment here. We got the tuba players that are passing by behind us, and just all of the brass section, the drum corps, and the cheering fans. We hear you, we feel you. Tens of thousands of people out here this morning, and Arlington Mayor Jim Ross probably said it best. He wants all Rangers fans here today to celebrate the parade, soak it all up, and simply to have a good time.
I'll tell you, I had a great time out here the last couple of mornings on Daybreak. I was here yesterday after the celebration. I was here this morning as well. Yesterday was with Mario Ruiz. This morning was with Greg Fields, both from our weather department. Folks, I asked them if we could get a picture-perfect day for this parade, and they delivered. Finally, I cashed in my chips. I got a good weather day. They delivered, and the fans here are enjoying.
They could have done a little better with the weather, with the wind, but who's complaining?
Beggars can't be choosers, right?
No, but it is a perfect day for a parade, and we have got so much to cover today. I can't wait to hear and to see the players. We have so many heroes from this postseason.
Right, we've got team coverage scattered all over the parade route as well. Now, as you can imagine, when you pack in a couple of 100,000 people and their cell phones, it gets a little tricky with the signal. So we're trying to do the best we can to get you to all of them. We're also enjoying the visuals here, and we're going to enjoy even more when we come back as our coverage is set to continue. You're enjoying the Rangers World Series Victory Parade right here on WFAA.